was wondering, were you there when he fought Heihachi?
The Mishima bloodline is tainted. It's evil. The last thing I want to do is speak of Kazuya Mishima.
What a time it is to be a fan of fighting games. We have Mortal Kombat 12 coming this year, confirmed. Street Fighter 6 drops in like 2 months, a month. Tekken 8 is like a year away. And then Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 4. This game is going to be amazing. I was asking a lot of you if you were a fan of this game, and a lot of you was like, yeah, we are big fans of this game. We hesitated on whether or not the weekly trailers were a thing, but I think this Paul Phoenix trailer pretty much confirms it. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it doesn't matter which day, but the trailer is probably definitely going to drop leading up to EVO. I saw this tweet from High Buff Gigas. Spamming character requests in every Harada tweet or official Tekken tweet is the fastest way to make people hate that character, especially if you trash on other characters except your own. Now here's the thing, right? We all want our characters to be in Tekken 8. I think a lot of the characters that didn't make it into Tekken 7 is first in line to be in Tekken 8. If they're not base roster, I'm specifically talking about Bruce or Raven. If they're not base roster, definitely DLC. But Bruce, definitely base roster. Raven, who knows? That battle between Master Raven and Raven is a never-ending one. Same thing with Christine and Eddie. If one of those characters don't make it base roster, it's a strong, very strong chance they will show up as DLC. So I really don't see the need, one, to bug Harada so much, and then two, to fight each other over it. On the flip side, I threw in my own requests. I don't want to be that guy asking for random stuff, but I really hope Tekken 8 has some kind of camera mode so I can look at all the stages, ultimate detail. I did the thing you're not supposed to do, and I atted Harada. And the reason why is because, bro, these stages looks gorgeous. You know, it's not my fault that these stages are beautiful, and I want to be able to zoom in on details. I know you have this ability with PC. I believe it's like Nvidia something, but this kind of tool should be given to consoles as well, and not just through Nvidia. This should be something embedded in the game itself. Another thing that I want to talk about, you guys should go follow me on Twitter, by the way. I've been popping off some tweets, but I also was talking about the stages. We've seen, I think, a total of 8 different stages so far, like 8 different versions of stages. And so far we have a infinite stage. Of course, we have the standard stage. The Coliseum is a big circle. And then you also have like the square rectangle New York stage. But another thing about that New York stage, day and night cycle stage. And there's another version of it that is destroyed. You have the wall hazard stage. That's where Nina Williams was shown off. They have bombs all around the walls. And then you have the new stage that they just showed us, a balcony break. So that's a lot of variety in only 8 stages, really. I think 5 if you count out all of the variations. 5 stages, this much detail, it's incredible, and I'm excited to see more of the stages. Now let's talk about Paul Phoenix. Paul Phoenix is a controversial subject, and I think a lot of it is factored around how his hair is. Everywhere I look, I see people talking about his hair, and I get it, you know, the Karen Paul Phoenix haircut, but it's crazy to me how stuck on it people are. Arson Ash says, never been a Paul Phoenix fan, and I myself would agree with this. I talk trash about Paul Phoenix all the time. This character is super powerful, and the people who play him only want him to become more powerful. I rip on it all the time, but even I appreciate what this character represents in Tekken right now, Tekken 8, right? I love the smiling. I don't know why the smiling is such a wholesome thing, but throughout Reddit and Twitter, everyone has just been captivated by this. Another thing that I noticed about Paul Phoenix, this was very fascinating, is the improvements made to his rage art. Here's, you have one picture. This is 1 month ago when they showed us the Game Awards trailer. They showed us the extra gameplay the next day. This is where we saw his full rage art, and you can see like the background is black. You can see the earth, and then now in this trailer, look at how different this picture is. You have the earth moved up some. It has a little bit more curvature to it. You have a little bit more paint. You have some more light. You have just so much changes made in over a 1 month time span. Like I said, Tekken 8 is going to come out a year from now. So all of the complaints about hair and face features and even hit effects will be addressed. Something that people also notice is the hit effects. Now I did a poll and it really doesn't seem like that many people are bothered by the hit effects. It's 80% to 19%. This is what I love about Harada. Every single thing we've been complaining about, he responds, not directly, not through Twitter, but he responds in the game itself. Where's sidestepping? Every single trailer so far has had sidestepping. Where is defense and punishment? Every single trailer so far has had defense and punishment. Now the topic is shifted towards the hit effect. And in Paul Phoenix's trailer, his hit effects isn't as massive, isn't as loud. Now, I don't know if it's just because it's Paul Phoenix's character, like every character has different attacks. So I don't know if it's just his isn't that loud, but you could definitely tell a difference between him, Jin Kazama, Kazuya, and Nina Williams. There's a huge difference, and maybe it is because of the reaction from the community. A few more things that I want to go through. This one was really cool. K-Dash on Twitter discovered this. Don't know if this was intentional, but if it is, it's a cool call to their rivalry. I think it's pretty cool. And what it is it's a screenshot from Kazuya's trailer and a screenshot from Paul Phoenix's trailer. Now, for those of you who are new to Tekken, these two characters have a long-lasting rivalry.
Until that fight, nobody could beat Kazuya. Well, nobody except Phoenix up there. He's the only other fighter who came close to beating Kazuya.
Had it not been for the power of the Devil Gene, Paul Phoenix would have defeated your father.
Kazuya was a mean bastard. It wasn't enough for him to just win. He had to hurt, and he had to humiliate his opponent. It's no secret to anybody.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but they fought once before Tekken started. Before Tekken 1 started, they fought one and it ended in a draw. They had a rematch in Tekken 2 that also ended in a draw. Or actually, I think Paul Phoenix lost that because before he had a 3-hour fight with Kuma. So he was gassed out, and then Kazuya basically wiped the floor with him. Basically, these guys have a long-lasting, outstanding history with one another. Let me show you the images. For Kazuya, he was given the description cold-blooded oppressor. Paul Phoenix, his description hot-blooded destroyer. Cold-blooded oppressor means someone who is cold-blooded, no heart.
This is why my mother never told me anything about him.
The Devil Gene enhanced Kazuya's fighting ability, but it also consumed him. He was completely overtaken by the evil force.
Harada has described Kazuya as not being human anymore. Pure evil, pure darkness, that is cold-blooded. And the oppressor aspect comes from how he is operating G Corporation. I control the world, I control everything. No one is going to stop me, is Kazuya's mentality.
And he had to humiliate his opponent. It's no secret to anybody. That's also how he ran the Mishima Zaibatsu.
And then enter Paul Phoenix, the hot-blooded, the hot-headed, hot-tempered is how he's been described. And he's also the destroyer. He is the one to break down and destroy the oppressor. The fact that they're hinting at the rivalry in these two trailers leads me to believe that we will see something unfold in the actual game itself, whether it's in the direct story or it's some kind of ending for Paul Phoenix. Only time will tell, but this is a great sign for the story, for the rivalry. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for sharing your ideas and sending me stuff on Twitter. I really do appreciate it. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.